Are you part of a nonprofit organization, a youth group looking to raise cash for your cause? Stay tuned at the end of this video to learn how you can bring the action and excitement of the Millennium Wrestling Federation to your town live, featuring the superstars and legends of yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
This is Mick Foley.
This is Harley Race.
This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
And this is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there live.
Wrestling fans from around the corner and around the world, welcome to another installment of Wrestling Insiders from MWF Studios just north of Boston in downtown Melrose, Mass. in the zip code of champions 02176.
Let's run down WWE Backlash emanating from Allstate Arena in Chicago, Illinois, May the 21st, 2017. The first SmackDown brand pay-per-view since WrestleMania, only 8 months since the last Backlash pay-per-view last fall. This was one of the least anticipated pay-per-views, with the least anticipated main events in the history of WWE. But I believe it certainly over-delivered here. With the success of NXT TakeOver Chicago the previous night in the same venue, it had to. For the Backlash kickoff show, Ty Dillinger pinned Aiden English after hitting the tiebreaker after the match. English had another dramatic meltdown. Ty Dillinger, the 10, the fans are into it. He's someone worth pushing right now with his basically no mid-card on the babyface side on SmackDown. Obviously, the right guy went over here. In the opening contest of the pay-per-view, Shinsegae Nakamura defeated Dolph Ziggler clean with the Kinshasa kick. The obvious finish here, with WWE banking on Nakamura becoming a top superstar on the SmackDown brand that has a paper-thin roster and very few main event options after the superstar shakeup. Ziggler was good here, as he always is, but it just doesn't seem to matter much to anyone except the wrestling fans that enjoy his efforts. The joke of a tag team title match saw the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos, retain over Breezango. This was supposed to be something funny about the extremely underrated Tyler Breeze, dressed as a Hulk Hogan-looking janitor, then a grandmother with a cane before he turned into a serious wrestler. I roll my eyes at a talent that's being completely wasted, at least in part due to an incident that took place in the locker room that would blow your mind as far as how petty it is. Match was pretty good when it was a wrestling match instead of a comedy skit. The Usos, also very underrated, as they almost never had a bad match. Breezango can really go inside the squared circle as well. Breeze's NXT presentation was a real winner and was even over in WWE when his run began there in late 2015. In an upset, Sami Zayn pinned Baron Corbin. I began rolling my eyes until I realized at that point Jinder Mahal was going to leave the pay-per-view as the champion. You might ask, how did I quote-unquote know that? Mahal is going to need fresh bodies to wrestle and beat clean on television. Zayn is maybe fourth from the top on the babyface side. He's extremely over with the fans in Chicago, even the ones disappointed he might not be in the main events in WWE. I know the company has big plans for Baron Corbin. I cringe seeing him lose to mid-card Sami Zayn here clean via pinfall. This finish shows just how bad off WWE is right now as far as depth goes on the SmackDown roster. There were plenty of guys Zayn could have beaten clean here to set up possible matches with Jinder Mahal on TV if that's the direction they're going to go. If Corbin's going to be used in title matches on pay-per-view, he shouldn't be losing to anyone right now via pinfall, as he's still an unestablished draw or commodity. My prediction from our preview show we did last week was really off on this one, to say the least. I expected Corbin to go over strong, as well as Orton to leave as champion. In 6 women action, Natalya, Carmella, and Tamina defeated the SmackDown Women's Champion Naomi, Charlotte Flair, and Becky Lynch. The match was fine. The ladies worked hard as they always do, but it continues to feel like the same version of a match we've seen 6,812 times. It's not very good or original at this point. Lynch tapped to Natalya clean in the middle, which should establish Natalya as a championship contender to face Naomi at some point. Natalya would certainly be a great representative of the Women's Championship. WWE United States Champion Kevin Owens retained the title over AJ Styles via countout. I hate non-pinfall or submission finishes, but the countout worked here, as Owens couldn't lose in a singles match for a singles title for the 3rd time in 3 months. after he lost to Goldberg at Fastlane in March and to Chris Jericho at Payback in April. As the two fought outside the ring, they battled over to the announcer's table where AJ hurt his leg, and it got tangled up inside one of the monitor openings for the finish. I thought that was a clever finish, and it continues the feud on to the next pay-per-view without hurting either guy in the process. This match was excellent in a rare instance where a non-pinfall finish actually helped and didn't hurt the match. Luke Harper beat Erick Rowan. I was surprised by the finish here as well, and it made me even more certain Mahal was getting the title, as Harper can work on TV with Jinder Mahal. Originally on our preview show, I thought it was going to be a slam dunk for Rowan. Rowan seems to be getting renewed interest of late. Figured he'd be the obvious choice to go over here as well, where he could have TV matches with Orton, but that changed in a hurry. Both Rowan and Harper are on the road to nowhere, and uninteresting as singles. The tag team division is dry and could use a boost. Both men were far more over as Wyatts than they are as not. The reason to split them, I haven't a clue that makes any sense as far as keeping fans interested with fresh angles and matches. In the main event, Jinder Mahal shocked the world, pinning Randy Orton to become the new WWE World Champion. Both guys worked hard. The crowd was kind of up and down for it at different points. You got to remember, Mahal is the least over challenger in WWE pay-per-view main event history. Having the Singh brothers in his corner outside the ring was a great idea, as they really added to the match. Orton almost killed one of them on the announce table and kind of laughed about it. Orton went to give the brothers the draping DDT from the middle ropes. Then Mahal ran in from behind, hit his finisher for the 1-2-3 that's got the entire wrestling world talking. And that's a good thing. WWE needs to continue to freshen things up with new talent, and they were very successful in the execution and presentation of Mahal last night. Is Mahal going to draw WWE money right now? No. But everyone that ever has to start somewhere. We could look back at Backlash years from now and look at it as Mahal's launching point. Maybe he could be a top main event player for WWE. Then again, maybe not. It all remains to be seen. The creative presentation for him going forward, as well as how he executes it in the ring and on interviews. WWE certainly recreated a moment similar to the upset of a recast JBL defeating Eddie Guerrero to win the SmackDown title back in 2004 after the SmackDown brand got the shaft when it came to that year's draft/roster shakeup. If Mahal is half as successful as JBL was long-term and can run with the character, WWE will be very happy with rolling the dice and main eventing Mahal on a B pay-per-view show that didn't hurt ticket sales because it was in Chicago, and the fans were getting not one but two pay-per-views in 3 weeks for their $9.99 WWE Network subscription, with another pay-per-view coming in 2 weeks at the Raw brand Extreme Rules. Fans were lively for our Twitter polls. First, did WWE make the right call to create a new main eventer in Jinder Mahal here? 67% thumbs up, 33% thumbs down. What did you think of Backlash overall? 57% thumbs up, 23% thumbs down, 20% thumbs in the middle. What was the best match at Backlash? It was 45% for Owens and Styles, 27% for Orton and Mahal, 20% for Nakamura and Ziggler, 8% for other. What show was better this weekend? It was 72% for NXT TakeOver, 28% for Backlash. Now that the dust is settled, what did you think of Backlash? As always, share your thoughts in the comment section below.
Don't miss the fallout from WrestleMania 33 on WWE Network. Using our link below, get 30 days free. This spring, WWE presents 4 live pay-per-views with Payback, Backlash, Extreme Rules, and Money in the Bank. Relive the ultimate thrill ride that was WrestleMania 33, plus brand new original programming, every pay-per-view in WWE history, and 7,000 plus hours of content in the archives. Spend $25 in the MWF store this month and get a free WWE t-shirt and a free autographed photo of WWE Hall of Famer Cowboy Bob Orton. We have brand new WWE t-shirts, posters, DVDs, autographs, and tons more. Best of all, every dollar you spend directly supports our live event and video production initiatives. Fans in over 30 countries can now enjoy our state-of-the-art studio shoot interview documentary collection on demand. You can rent our own select titles starting at only $5.99. Enjoy the wild Iron Sheik studio shoot interview as seen by millions online and on the Howard Stern Show. Relive the rock and wrestling era in the mid-'80s as WWE Hall of Famers Paul Orndorff, Bob Orton, and the Iron Sheik break down the first WrestleMania. The Boogeyman, Paul Bearer, and Kamala join us for extensive breakdowns of their careers, promoters, and companies they worked for. We also have a new shoot with Bull Dempsey bringing you a backstage look at WWE NXT and the Performance Center. Again, every rental and purchase helps support independent wrestling. Subscribe to our YouTube channel with over 1,500 videos available absolutely free. Enjoy in-depth videos, live MWF wrestling, the latest news, historical videos, and tons more on youtube.com/BostonWrestlingCom. If you enjoy the free content, you can help the cause by making a donation of any size to paypal.me/BostonWrestling. You can help the cause using our links below to shop on popular websites such as WWEshop.com, Amazon.com, and Walmart.com. We get a small thank you for every customer sent their way, and best of all, it doesn't increase your purchase 1 penny. Finally, get a free ride from Uber using the links below. Forget about overpriced taxi cabs with long waits. Join 2017. Get a good ride from a friendly driver and a clean car on us for up to $20. Run out of time, fans. Don't miss a day on BostonWrestling.com super site. Like us at Facebook.com/MWFAction. Follow us on Twitter at MWF2001 and subscribe to us at YouTube.com/BostonWrestlingCom.
The Millennium Wrestling Federation's 15th anniversary tour begins this fall and rolls into 2017 throughout New England, down the East Coast, and into the Carolinas. If your nonprofit organization is looking for an interactive, turnkey experience while putting the fun into fundraising, you've met the perfect tag team partner. MWF offers a variety of packages for groups of almost any size, from our live events at the Boston Garden, the Kowloon Entertainment Dining Complex, and the legendary Suffolk Downs, to high school gyms and function halls. We've presented live events everywhere. Since 2001, the MWF's mission has been simple: keep the kids off the streets. Under the leadership of President Dr. David Reese, we bring the superstars of yesterday, today, and tomorrow to your town, not for a quote-unquote wrestling show, but an event that features action-packed in-ring wrestling, autograph and pose photo opportunities, question and answer sessions, and much more. It is the best of sports and entertainment. The week of your event, we can add on to the endeavor with anti-bullying campaigns, library meet and reads, youth sport concussion seminars, and more. Our live events are fit for fans of every age, from 5 to 95. This fall, as part of our new Kids Club program, we offer live event experiences exclusively for the youngest of fans. On the flip side, we can also produce a tailor-made event for fans of an older demographic as well. We work with you every single step of the way to get the word out to fans near and far, on our local television offerings, and to over 50,000 fans and growing on our social media platform. Your success is our success. If your group has had enough of boring candy bar and wrapping paper sales and has the energy to team with our passionate fan base, bringing the MWF experience to your community is the answer to put smiles on faces while raising cash for your cause. Contact us today to get the ball rolling for your custom-made event that you'll want to bring back year after year. Don't just take it from us. Here are folks we've teamed with in the past.
You already know Kowloon Restaurant, established in 1950 and spanning 4 generations, serves a multi-Asian menu. Did you also know that Kowloon Restaurant is New England's premier Asian dining and entertainment complex, serving Cantonese, Szechuan, Thai, and Polynesian cuisine? And did you know that Kowloon Restaurant is also the home of the finest Japanese sushi? If you haven't dined at Kowloon Restaurant lately, then you simply haven't dined at Kowloon. Kowloon Restaurant, Route 1 North in Saugus.